What is up, guys? It's Paul from Why We Game. We are back with this week's edition of Weekly Gamer News, where we give you all the insight from this past week, as much of the video game news that we can possibly put together. If you enjoy this sort of content, if you like to be kept up to date with all the things, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you're new so you are aware every single time we go live with a brand new video, whether it's a review or weekly news. I would definitely appreciate it, and the channel, that would help it grow and such. So let's get started. The first thing I want to point out is the most obvious and the most exciting thing that I probably have on this list, which is the release of Ghost of Tsushima, which is on this Friday. I cannot wait to play this game. This game has been hyped up for about, I mean, it's been on the docket for about a year and a half, 2 years now. We've been sitting here, we're watching trailers, they've been releasing all the gameplay stuff. It looks phenomenal, and it really has the opportunity to sort of salvage what has ended up being a really, really disappointing video gaming summer, and just kind of build up steam and momentum going into what looks to be a massive gamer fall and holiday season. So I'm really, really excited for Ghost of Tsushima. Quick plug, when it drops, if you guys want to see me play it, make sure to go down into the description below and hit my Twitch link. It's twitch.tv/its_PTV. We've been playing the entire game there, and you can see my direct sort of emotions and, impulse reactions and things like that in preparation for this channel's official review on the game. So make sure to do that and follow and all the good stuff over there. Next news. I know that we ended the last weekly news with NBA 2K20 or 21, excuse me. I don't want to keep talking about them because they break my heart every single year as a humongous basketball fan, as somebody that has, experience playing organized basketball growing up into high school and college, and then coaching a little bit as well. It's like, man, just give me a break. But these guys, man, they continue to do the scummy things that just elevate them to a place where I'm now considering them as bad, if not worse, than EA Sports in the realm of scumminess, right? The scummy video game companies within the industry. So 2K, here's what they've done. They've released information on 2K21, and last week we talked a little about the price bump going up to the new generation of consoles from $60 to $70. Be that as it may, and however you feel about it, right? Obviously, I voiced my opinion. I'm actually thinking about doing another video just on that. They've also released information on the different editions that you can purchase. Now, like other games, even EA, right? I have to preface this with even EA are sitting here and saying, if you purchase Madden, for example, on this generation's consoles, and you get the new generation, you get Madden for free. You get a free port up. Awesome. That's the way it should be. CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk guaranteed that a long time ago. It's like, to me, that feels like a standard. It feels like, hey, that's what's supposed to happen. I purchased the game, I should be able to play the game. Right? No. 2K, if you buy the basic edition, you will not be able to port the game up for free. Instead, what they're making you do is they are using our memories of the beloved Kobe Bryant to try to get us to purchase the immense deluxe $100 edition of the game, which then will allow you to port the game up for free if you get it in the next, or if you get the next generation console, whether that's Xbox or PS, whatever floats your boat, right? So here's the part, right? Here's the part that's scummy. So obviously that initially, but when you pre-order and you get your deluxe edition, you're guaranteed the port up. But if you get the deluxe edition, just as, like, let's say you wait for the next generation of consoles to drop, and then you come in and you're like, I want to get the deluxe edition because I played my team and I'm a complete, waste of life who likes to waste money on those video games. No shots. I'm sorry. I feel very, like, it hurts my soul that this is where we're at in video gaming. But if you're that type of person and you order a $100 deluxe edition, there's nothing that's replacing that port up. And that is easily the most promotable item in the deluxe edition department. And then once you get, once you order it for the new generation, it's like you don't get a replacement for that. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. 2K, you are absolute scum. I hate you. I wish that you guys would please just take into consideration the amount of money that you're making and improve your darn game before you look at different ways to absolutely monetize the ever-living snot out of your consumers. You're gonna lose us. God, I hope you do. Next discussion, next topic. In some good news, Ubisoft recently hosted an event to show off their upcoming games, and that was led by Far Cry 6, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Watch Dogs Legion. Now, touching on all three of those games, Far Cry 6 looks to continue its route of fantastic storytellings, immense graphics, and a brand new, setting, some tropical island. It looks really, really cool. And let me get my notes out real quick. Juan Carlo Esposito, a lot of you guys will probably recognize him as the villain from Breaking Bad. Apparently, he is the villain in this game as well. So we get a little bit of star power with Far Cry 6, and that looks to be very exciting. One of the things about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the game looks immense, right? Like, we're talking about an Assassin's Creed Vikings game, which Vikings storytelling has kind of geared up in the last, 3 to 5 years, and people are really excited for that, me being one of them. Now, one of the things that they did talk about was Assassin's Creed was not necessarily going to have 60 frames per second on the next generation. I was really, really worried about that, but Ubisoft did release some actual gameplay of Valhalla, and it looks really good. It looks really good. The mechanics, the combat, just the interaction, the atmosphere, and the graphical output. It's just, it looks immense. And I'm hoping that 30 FPS thing is just a rumor, and we can all move on from that and just enjoy what should be another awesome Assassin's Creed game. Next up, Watch Dogs. I'm a little bit nervous about Watch Dogs. My expectations going to this are pretty much the same as after we were kind of let down by the first one. The second one, I was like, that's going to be bang average. And my expectations for Legion is sort of the same. That's going to be bang average. Now, they do have an awesome feature which could pretty much save the entirety of the game, which is you can play as any character in that universe, right? In that world. Which is London, by the way. You can go and you can recruit any NPC player to become a part of your team, and then use them, and then even as a main character, I suppose. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I'm not sure how it's going to work with cutscenes and dialogues, if they had to bring in a whole bunch of different voice actors to be able to do that, or if it's going to sound really, really generic by having just a handful of voice actors. I don't know. But if done correctly, regardless of how the game plays out, it could be a massive success just because of the ingenuity. Excuse me, I almost lost my word right there. The ingenuity of a mechanic like that. It looks to be very, very exciting. Next, we have some bad news. Now, Riot Games has released recently, within the past month or two, a game called Valorant. And Valorant is, what would you say? It's like a very esports sort of first-person shooter. I don't know. It's their variation of that. And so it's kind of vanilla, if you're into that sort of stuff, it's very CS:GO, I guess, is a good comparison for it. Anyway, some people are into it, some people aren't. Fair enough. It's a free-to-play game, which I love, right? Recently, they have begun including microtransactions into their game, which, as a free-to-play game, let me say this, I don't mind. It's free to play. You got to make your revenue somehow. I get it. Go ahead and throw your microtransactions in there. The problem with this, and the reason why it's making this weekly news bit, is because of the massive, how expensive these bits of DLC content are. We have weapon skins, gun skins that are going for, I guess there was a recent, let me get my notes right here. I don't want to lie to you guys. There's a dragon skin that apparently is worth up to about $90, real life currency, $90, right? Someone did the math on, how much their in-game currency equates to actual real life currency and what that is and how much the dragons. Anyway, it came out to $90, and that's not even the worst part. That's bad. That's really bad. We're talking about a $90 gun skin. Here's the other part. And granted, I don't play the game because it's just not my cup of tea. Apparently, you can upgrade your skins, whichever skins, and I'm hearing that there's 3 variants of it, but you also have to purchase those variants of skins, and to fully max out a specific skin on the game, it would cost you 3 times the amount of the original purchase of the skin. So for example, if I wanted to max out that dragon skin, it would be 3 times the amount of $90. Bro, what are we talking about? You're talking about 200, I think they put it at 240 because there was some sort of deal, but you're talking about $240 to $270 on skins? What? This industry, bro. Valorant, that's too much. I was a proponent of free to play and then the purchasable content and all that stuff. But that is just despicable. And in 2K, I have no idea where this industry is headed with this. Golly, man. Next bit of news, and this one's This one's also bad. Why can't we get any good gaming news? Okay, so Atari apparently is releasing a brand new console called the Atari VCS, codenamed the Atari Box. Now, there's only a handful of things that are going to be better about this Atari as opposed to the original Atari. And apparently, it's going to have 4K capability. It's going to have your application ingenuity, which is like, sign on to like Netflix and things like that, which cool, right? Like all consoles at this point in 2020 should all have that. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's going to be 3 different price points to this game, and they're going to vary between $249, $250, and all the way up to $390. On top of that, if you don't purchase the $390 version, which comes with a joystick and a modern controller for the Atari system, then if you purchase another variation of it, you have to go purchase the joystick and or the controller on their own, and those are both $50 and $60 respectively. Like holy moly, right? Like, what are we doing here? Here's the kicker. Apparently, the Atari is going to come with 100 video game retro Atari game vault, right? But it can only be accessed via subscription based. It's a subscription based thing. Not only, okay, here's the problem, guys, here's the problem. You can go any emulator on your phone and go play most of these, if not all of these retro Atari games. If you already have a PC, you can go and download any Atari game you want to from anywhere. And the graphical output, the visual output, you can bump it up on your PC. To me, I don't want to trash Atari because they're the OGs, right? To me, this is ridiculous. This is another one of those price grabs after your nostalgia. For the older gamers like me who are like 30, 35, 40, you're like, oh, I remember Atari, the OGs, man. There's some stuff I want to play on there. You'll just go get an emulator. You'll just play it on your PC. Like, what is this cash grab? It's absolutely disgusting. I want to move on for this before I vomit. This is the last bit of information that we have for today, and it revolves around Activision and Warzone. I love to play Warzone. Again, if you enjoy Warzone and you want to see me play it, make sure to hit the Twitch link down below, man. I play sometimes. I'm not fantastic, but we have a good time when we do it. Apparently, because of the cross-platform accessibility, there's been lots of cheating, to put it mildly, right? There's been lots of cheating, whether that comes in the form of shooting through walls, having the ability to actively see all the participants in a certain server, and then the very obvious, most disgusting cheat would probably be the aimbot software that goes on some of these PCs, right? And apparently Activision has taken note of this and have been banning accounts, most of them correctly, some of them not warranted bans, right? And so what's ended up happening is people are all like they're on Twitter, oh, I got banned because I was confused to be a hacker. And some people are just like, yo, I'm pretty good at the game and my kill death shows that I'm pretty good at the game, I'm getting banned. And on the other side of that, people are saying like, oh, I'm really trash at the game, my kill death ratio is like utter garbage, and apparently I got banned for that. Because if it looks remotely shady, Activision is going ahead and just banning accounts. And there's been lots of pushback on this, and they are slowly, quietly, very discreetly re-implementing these accounts back into play, I suppose. So hopefully the guys that are cheating, we can catch them up. We can make it so it is clear cut and obvious. And the ones that are not cheating, of course, we don't want you to get banned. But I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that I'd rather have a few casualties in the war against hackers and cheaters. That's not what I mean. I want everyone to be able to play who's not cheating and playing fairly, and I want all the cheaters, I want them out. I want them gone, man. So that's that. And that is all the news that we have for this week. I am aiming for a 2K rant video in the near future. I just despise them as a company and what they've done to one of my favorite sports franchises ever. So look out for that. Again, Twitch link down below if you want to watch us play Ghost of Tsushima coming up this Friday, or just if you want to support the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in whatever video we come up with next. Peace. All right, Ted. It's me and you, buddy. It's me and you. Look how you cast your shadow on the walls, bro. You're horrifying. You'll be a perfect companion for when we go against those monsters. Ted. Oh, Ted! No, Ted! No, I just met him and... Oh, come on, man.